I have played over 10,000 games of chess, and throughout these games, I have found one mistake that it taught me you elo. I've done it, my opponent has done it, you have done it. It isn't obvious, but it's losing you elo unnecessarily. The mistake you are making is you are resigning your games too early. Now before you criticize me, let me explain. Before we go any further, let's look into how the rating system works. When you start the game, 3 outcomes is calculated. A loss, a draw, and a win. Each case has a change in elo that will be calculated through a mathematical formula that is based on your and your opponent's ratings. This is set in stone at the beginning of the game, and that's not changed throughout the game. This means that no matter how you lose, you will lose that amount of elo. It has nothing to do with your performance in your game. Not the quality of moves, not what opponent play. It only matters if you win, draw, or lose. This means that if you lose it, you cannot lose any more elo depending on how you play. You will lose that set amount of elo. And I think we all know that to climb the rating ladder, you obviously need to win your games, but what isn't talked about is minimizing your losses. And to really minimize losses at a high level, you need to try and go for such stuff. Even though it's not computer batch, you need to try for stuff. And think like this: if you're already losing, why not try? Why not try to do something crazy? The worst that can happen is that you lose the game, but you may be able to change the outcome. Let's show you an example of what I mean. This is a game that I played a couple weeks ago over the board, and if you want me to go through it, tell me in the comments, because this is a crazy game with some bad story. But here I played c5. This is a mistake, and I'm losing by 3 points. But in this position, it's very hard to move for me, so I wanted to open up my pieces. Integrated in the attach, and I I try to just defend it. It's my pawn and to defend. And he's attacking like I'm almost made. So I don't understand that. And this is going at it. But then he did a subtle mistake. He wanted to defend the bishop that was hanging. But what he missed was that after taking the bishop and then taking the pawn written in the tweet, and now all of a sudden it's equal again. It is a pawn I trade and I try to go on the aggressive, get out of my pieces, and suddenly, out of nowhere, I do this fantastic move. No matter what it's disagree, you lose pieces, the pawn. No, but like I'm meditating. I made it. And let me remind you, here, I'm totally losing. Why should you trade everything? Like, I'm dead here. I'm completely dead. But he didn't see it. And I know that you might type in the comments, oh, your opponent blundered, though I would never do this, and I am 1200, though I would do this. Look, both me and my opponent, it's 1700 over the board in the classical game. That is approximately 1900 on chess.com. It's not poor play. We didn't see it. And that is what you need to realize. You are not playing computers. You're playing humans. Humans make some mistakes. And even though you're in a bad position, your opponent can still blunder. You might not agree with me, but it's true. It's never too late to blunder. And if you're like below 1100, you should never resign. Never. Because even if you blunder, your opponent is likely to blunder too, because he's at the same skill level as you. He blundered too. And The better you get at chess, you will realize that material isn't everything. You can become material and still win a draw. If you want me to go more in depth on that topic, let me know in the comments below. If this video helped you, consider leaving a like and subscribe. And it's totally free, but it helps me a lot. I will also try to post more videos like this in the future. So to not miss any uploads, subscribing is a safe option to never miss a video by me. Have a good day.